Hello, good day. This is Dr. Cool Auto Fix. You want to know why you paint your car or the car that you took to a paint shop after maybe a year or two? The beauty of the paint started fading or started cracking. Okay, you might want to stick around because I'm going to be giving you 8 quick tip why your car paint, expensive paint, fade over a short period of time. And most of this tip which I'm going to be giving you today, most of the painters who paint your cars don't even know it. Some know it, or there's one way or the other there is a loss of some sort of misinformation on the way that lead you coming back to their garage again. So if you're new to my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell icon to keep you posted. And if you don't, sit back and relax. Let's get to it. Car paint, just like every other thing, they have rules, and most things about this life have rules. You need to know the rules if you want to work with them, and no matter the choice you make, there is gonna be implications. It's either gonna be more implications or less implication based on the kind of decision or choice you made. So in the case of a car paint, it is not different from one. So you're going to be listening very carefully and pay attention to what I'm going to be saying. And why I say it comes as one is there are a lot of factors that makes your car paint, the beauty part of it, to degrade over time. And the first thing which I'm going to be saying here is, I want you to understand this. Use this proverb, which African used to say that if you're planning to admit a medication for someone who is ill and you're sure that that medication is going to heal that patient, you need to ask the patient first if the patient need to take that medication, because if the patient didn't take the medication, you are not going to heal that patient. Your medication or drugs, whatever, is not going to heal that patient. So at last it's going to be a wasted effort. So if you have that in mind, now let's go to it. The second thing is, if you take horse to the water, you can force the horse to drink water. I'm gonna explain this to you detailedly, the meaning of this proverb detailedly as we go along. Okay, first factor that makes your car paint to fade, which is obviously, is the sunlight. A lot of you guys, direct sunlight, a lot of you guys don't actually know that sunlight does affect your car paint. Take the sunlight more like a fire, a burning fire. But fire can burn anything, even if you can destroy it, but it will burn it. It will discolorate it, your clothes, your hair, your skin. So paint is not it's not out of the equation when it comes to things that direct sunlight can be able to damage. So you should be able to know that if your car is under the garage, your own home garage, or under a cool shade, it's going to protect the paint, the shiny luster of the paint, to last more longer than when you keep it under the sun. There are many cars which I want you to take a look at, that the clear coats are fading. Take a look at it. It will actually start from the roof of the car, the top trunk of the car, and the hood. And why is that? Is because that is where the direct UV light falls in. That is where it hits. So if you want it to last, you gotta keep it out of the sun. And the second thing is the washing formula that you use. The washing formula actually contributes to that degrading the lifespan of the clear coat. Now, what we're actually so much going to be talking about here is clear coat, because the base coat is pretty much like a queen. The base coat is not shiny, but the clear coat is what gives it this glossy look, a mirror-like look that you're seeing right here. And there are a lot of a lot of ways you can use to protect them to keep shining like this, and all of them is what I'm gonna be teaching you in this video today. So, like, the second thing which I talk about is the formula which you use in washing it. Soap, detergent, most of them are very, very harmful chemicals, and they are not actually good for you to use them on your car. I'm saying this from experience because I've actually I've actually done that before. After I got my car fixed up, I mean, the body work was done nice, and someone was kind of telling me, don't use any kind of a detergent, it's gonna damage it. I doubted it. I used it, and within 3 months it started fading. So don't use soap. If you want it to last more, use natural water. I know it's gonna be quite hard for you, but what do you have to lose? The number 3 is the washing tool. I've gone to some washing car wash shops, and the material, I mean, the washing tool which they use in washing is, it's not just the spray gun. There are some kind of sponge to wash out dirt, and that sponge actually create a lot of swell marks on the clear coat. So what that does is actually dull out the shiny luster of that clear coat faster than the sunlight could actually do. So that's number 3 right there. So if the person is actually using either a soft foam, or I mean a foam like the one you can cut from mattress to take out dirt, pick them off first, or use a spray gun to get it out first, a pressure washer to get it out first, it will be nice before he can proceed further into using water, maybe whichever one you want. That's number 3 right there. Then number 4 is wrong mixing ratio, which cannot it's actually not your fault, but the fault from the painter. And the reason why most car paint failed is because the right ingredient to actually get it correctly done was wrong from the foundation. And when it's wrong from the foundation, you'll be doing, even if you keep the car under a good shade, even if you don't wash it with detergent, even if you don't scrub the clear coat with any harsh material like sponge, not fabrics, or maybe like microfiber or something like that, it will still fade. There is a right ratio of mixing the base coat to the hardener as much as the reducer. So if the painter doesn't know this, it's all gonna boil on you. No matter how you try to protect it, it might shine, it will shine very fine within the first time, but within 2 months it's gonna start cracking up, it's gonna start fading. You can't stop it from happening. The number 5 is wrong matching of the materials. Some painter, sorry to say this, are some sort of people who don't research, and therefore they don't actually care to know the specification which the company or the manufacturer of the product which they are using actually specify for that very product. And not knowing it is as terrible, as horrible as the result could be. Why? Because maybe where the manufacturer specify you should use a reducer and the painter use a thinner, that's a terrible combination right there. So you're gonna be having a very, very terrible finishing right there side, even if it comes out clean within the first time. Or adding too much reducer or hardener, it has to be on the right proportion. If it's out of proportion, it's gonna be problematic for you later on. It's not gonna be durable as you wish it should. The number 6 factor that makes your car paint to fade quickly is a poor or cheap clear coat. If you don't actually know that base coat is more like a queen, it's all getting protected all the time, you know, and the clear coat is like the queen's guard, and you name them, all the guards you can name that guards the queen. So if the rain is falling, it's on the guards. If the bullets coming, it's for the guards. All right, they're meant to protect the base coat. The clear coat is meant to protect the base coat, but when the clear coat now fails, it will hit the base coat. So if your painter, if you don't pay your painter very well, or you don't so much strictly tell them that you need quality, and You don't want anything below that. If anything goes wrong within maybe 2 years after painting, that you're gonna have him sued. He's gonna pretty much use a cheap materials to get the job done. It's gonna be looking like this car that you're seeing right now on the screen, but within few months it's all gonna start failing, and there is nothing you can do about it other than starting to do another paint work again, going to another paint shop again to get it done. So a cheap clear coat is not gonna get you nowhere, guys. If you want a very quality job like this, it is expensive clear coat that does it. Even if you have gotten your right mixtures of paint, the base coat, the primer, everything without too much bundle on it, and everything mixed or the right proportion, you need a very quality clear coat to keep that car on a top notch. Nothing can go wrong with that. That's guaranteed. The number 7 is a light clear coat. In this case, again, it is not the fault of the owner or the person who actually contracted the paint shop. It is the paint shop, most of them, who want to minimize the use of their materials so they can maximize the profit. Most of these painters don't give your car how many clear coat layers it needs. Yes, a lot of them don't. A lot of them are unsavvy when it comes to material because they want to get more, they want to maximize the profit, and therefore they tends to end up giving it just, if you are to calculate it correctly, that's just one layer of clear coat right there. So within a short period of time, when all the washing, terrible washing from the car wash, from different kind of car wash, different kind of wash, home wash, all kind of wash, detergents start tampering with those harsh chemicals you have as your formula of washing formula, start tampering with the clear coat, it starts losing its luster, and there is nothing you can do about it. All right, so it is very important that you tell your painter that, look, I need 3 coat, at least 3 coat of clear coat. If it is too less, if it is lowest, let it be 3 coats, 3 coat of clear coat. Now what I'm telling you guys here, you have to understand is, the more the clear coat, the more long lasting your car shiny luster is going to be. If you want to have the mirror effect, you need more quality clear coat right there, and be ready to pay for it. If you have to stay with him to make sure that he paints it and give it up to 3 coatings, I don't care, you have to stay there. Because if when one's on your back, he's gonna do what he wants. Now that is number 7 right there. Then number 8, which is the last one here, is impatient. That impatient is, it can actually come from the painter or even the client or the customer. But in most cases, it actually comes from the customer. Most customers come to the paint shop and say they want their car painted ASAP. I don't have time, I have a meeting to go, I have places to go with this car. You gotta finish it on time, all right? I'm on time schedule, blah blah blah. That is not a good thing. When you tell a painter you are in a rush, oh, come on. No good damn thing is done in a haste. It takes a quality time. A quality thing takes a quality time. You have to understand that. So you need to be patient. When he's done painting the car, right? I don't care whatever schedules that you have before you decide to give him your car to paint. If you don't have time and you're gonna be using that car extensively, and you don't need to give him that car. If you're gonna give him that car and you want to use it within a week time, don't give him the car to paint. All right, after paint job, there is still more time that you need to give the car. In fact, I have to state this very clearly. All right, after the paint job have been done, no matter how quality the clear coat is, the curing time, which a lot of you guys, which most painters will not tell you. Some of them are gonna tell you, but you're still gonna ignore them. That is the meaning of the proverb which I told you about previously, that when you try to admit a medication to a patient and you are sure it's gonna cure the patient, you should be sure that the patient is gonna take that medication in the first place. So most times, most of the painters are gonna tell you, but sometimes most of them will not tell you. But for most of them who don't tell you, your car clear coat and overall painting needs between 30 to 60 days to fully cure. Within the first 24 hours to 7 days, it's gonna be cure to touch, but still soft. And when it's still soft, anything concerning a microfiber washing, detergent, sunlight, they're all gonna be very detrimental to the well-being of that clear coat. And that is the beauty of the whole painting. So you need to give it at least, even if you're gonna be using that car, right, but it's gonna have some little dent, you should learn how to be able to, if you have to use the car, you have to learn how to use the car for at least 30 days without washing the car. I say 30 days at least, and you're gonna be blown away at the result you're gonna be getting. It's gonna be very, very durable. It's gonna last long. If all these conditions which I've listed in this video are met with, it's gonna last. It's gonna seriously last. You're gonna surprise. All right, every time you wash it after the 30 days, it's gonna keep shining like this. It's gonna keep in this mirror format that you're looking at here. All right, okay guys, I don't think there is anything furthermore which you need to know. There are more tips which I'm going to be giving you, which is things that your your paint shop doesn't tell you, and the rest of them. So if you're interested in this kind of a topic on what to know about car paint and the rest of them, you should click on my subscribe button, click on the notification bell icon, and I hope to catch you on the next video. This is Dr. Cool Auto Fix. I hope to see you on the next one. Bye for now.